impregnates people's minds. Are we live or are we not live? To be live or not live? That is the question. Yes, the Castlenovians. Yes, the Castlenovians. All right, in this stream, what I want to do is I want to explain in a mellifluous, poetic way why cold approaching is killing your dating life. Why cold approach is a silent killer when it comes to attracting hotter women. So I had a question the other day from a guy. I'm just going to kick off with a question. It's like the Alan Partridge radio show. I had a question from a guy who said, is it a good idea to cold approach women in Poland in the winter? And to that I say, is it fuck? I mean, look, if you're going to go to Poland anyway for Christmas, then have a good time. But you're going to be freezing your tits off, dude. That is the literal definition of cold approaching. So I wouldn't recommend going to these Baltic locations in the winter. You're going to end up being stuck in shopping malls with the rest of these weird day game cretins. So yeah, I mean, if you can avoid going to cold places, I would suggest not going to Poland for a cold approach mission. You're better off going somewhere where the weather's better, where you can actually get outside. The women are not wearing 10 layers and everyone looks like a fucking Eskimo. But that's just my perspective. Do what you want. It's your life. I probably know nothing. So what I want to do in this stream is just explain a counterintuitive point, like why cold approach is killing your dating life, okay? And the problem that I see with cold approach, or certainly with guys who learn cold approach, is after a while, you start to get indoctrinated with cold approach isms, right? You start acting in a way that you've never acted in your life before. You start saying random shit that has never come out your mouth before. I call it taking the day game pill, right? Once you start watching content, once you become aware of cold approach and day game, you start to operate in what I would call a pickup paradigm. Yeah, because nobody walks over, like no normal person walks over to a woman on Oxford Street and starts saying things like, hi, I just saw you, and what I noticed about you was, oh, you're from France. When I think about France, I think about you on a unicycle with a baguette under your arm. Nobody says this shit, right? So learning cold approach can make you sound like a robot. It's like C3PO try to get laid, right? It's like, I just saw you and I wanted to say. So like all this nonsense is killing your dating life. Now, yeah, there is a rite of passage with this. When you are starting out and you've not done 100 direct cold approaches yet, just get those out the way. They're batting practice. But one of my mantras is learn day game, don't become a day gamer. And a mindset that I've always had is imagine a guy who knows nothing about cold approach, but has all of the natural skills associated with cold approach. Imagine how he interacts with the world. So when I was over in Brazil, living in Rio de Janeiro, I would observe these natural guys and I would see the way that they were approaching women, how they were flirting, how they were exchanging their vibe onto the girl. And a lot of it was non-verbal as well. Yeah, after you've done a lot of cold approaches, you realize most of the communication, it's non-verbal. It's not what you say. It's not even how you say it. It's who you are when you say it. But one of the best pieces of advice that I can give to you is once you have done 100 daytime approaches, it's more about the removal of the unnecessary at that point. Okay, so rather than thinking, oh, I need to improve my conversation skills, I need to maximize my verbal mastery, I need to learn all this weird NLP brainwashing techniques. Really, it's about doing less, right? Really, it's coming across as a guy who knows nothing about the world of day game, but having the attributes associated with it. So balls, leadership, audacity, ZFG, or zero fucks given. Now, a really easy way to prevent cold approaching from ruining your dating life, coming across as this weird pickup artist who's parading around the pavements, accusing every woman of being French, is not even viewing it as cold approaching anymore. Okay, because a problem that I see with many, many guys is if you start cold approaching, after a while, you start associating women with stress, anxiety, apprehension. Yeah, you start seeing opportunities, but rather than seeing them as opportunities, you almost start viewing them as these make or break situations. You almost start viewing them as a test of your masculinity. And I think an easier way to cold approach is just seeing it as talking to people. Yeah. So rather than going out there thinking, oh, I need to approach today, the best results that I've got with cold approach and the best results that I've seen my clients get is when they're just going out into the world to be social, to enjoy themselves in the world, talking to everybody, right? Because once you make this something you are rather than something you do, approaching women feels as natural as drinking water. It starts to feel like a natural extension of who you are. Now, this is more so targeted at guys who've done their first 100 daytime approaches. If you're a complete beginner and you've got lots and lots of anxiety right now and it's like information overload, don't worry too much about the shit that I'm saying here. Just get yourself out the door, have the intention to do cold approaches, and just do that until you get to 100, right? Go over to women. Hey, excuse me, you look incredible. What are you doing today? Oh, that's nice. Listen, I need to go, but another time I want to take you out. I want to take you to my favorite sushi restaurant in London. What's the best way to get a hold of you? When you're first starting out, the only real goal is to overcome that resistance. But after a while, once you have started to naturalize it, my advice to you would be just stop seeing it as cold approach. Stop seeing it as this other thing. Yeah, it's just a natural way of communicating with the world. That's why, if you've ever fallen into the trap of asking yourself, does cold approach work? It seems to be this age-old question, right? Like, who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? It's like, motherfucker, what do you mean? Like, if you're asking, does cold approach work? Then you're either retarded or you've not seen enough success from cold approach or you're retarded. Because when you say, does cold approach work? All this is talking to people, right? You're simply delivering the value that you've built to the world. And you're saying to women, hey, do you fancy coming on a date with me? Right? It's like saying sales doesn't work. It's like saying marketing doesn't work. It's like saying paid advertising doesn't work. It works as long as you do, right? But if you're struggling at the moment, you feel as though you're banging your head against a brick wall, maybe you've done more than 100 cold approaches and you've still not seen any results from it, you need to get some brutally honest feedback, my friend, right? You need somebody to break you down in a brotherly way to be like, listen, dude, no bullshit. You're ugly right now. You're dressing terribly. What are you even doing in your life? Do you have a job? Do you have friends? Have you worked on your social skills? Because all this is delivering value that you've built to the world, right? The problem is a lot of guys are still following this outdated pickup paradigm where you can be this low life loser working at a car wash, sleeping on your grandma's cum stained apartment. Not sure why it's got cum stains on it. None of this works anymore. Like, that version of cold approaching is dead. Yeah, being a loser and hoping you can learn 5 easy tricks to get any woman into bed. Newsflash, Romeo, that version is dead. But if you're a solid guy who's got so good social skills, maybe you're making good money, maybe you're living an international lifestyle, you can travel, you get it, right? You get it. Then that, of course, that can work. Like, it's just learning how to put yourself out there more and also making sure that this is a really this is something that I speak about a lot, but nobody implements it. In the modern day, yeah, the reason why, if you're going out and you're getting a lot of flakes, a big reason why girls are flaking on you is it's usually down to a lack of social proof. Yeah, you're just this random dude approaching them on the street. If there's no context to the approach, flakes usually happen. So I was in London whenever it was the other month, and a guy approached me. He was like, "Hey, Christian, I watched your videos," and he was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with cold approach at the moment. I'm getting a lot of numbers, but the numbers are not leading to anything." I said, "Okay, how are you getting the numbers?" He's like, "Oh, I'm taking their WhatsApp down." Okay, that's fine. I was like, "Do you also have an Instagram on the side?" He's like, "No." Like, in the modern game, right, you need some form of social proof. You need some form of social media presence, not because you're trying to be an influencer, but to give across the message, hey, I'm safe. Yeah, because if all the girls got to go off is that conversation, a lot of times that is not enough, right? You need to have some form of landing page that you can send the women over to. Like, if you go to Apple, like, if Apple didn't have a website, it'd look fucking sketchy, right? And it's the same with Instagram as well. If you've got 9 photos which show your lifestyle, your personality, maybe you with some friends, then it just conveys a message. Oh, this is a normal, safe guy. Yeah. And I would be more than happy to go on a date. So if you create your profile properly, the profile will do a lot of the heavy lifting on your behalf. And if you want, I've got a full Instagram guide available on YouTube. It's completely free, so please watch it. Just type in Christian Casanova Instagram, and I'll walk you through how to create a compelling Instagram. And it's not going to take lots and lots and lots of time. Like, guys think, oh, it's going to take me years to build that. No, it doesn't. Just follow the steps in that video. But the reason why cold approach is killing your dating life is because you're seeing it as, oh, I need to go out, I need to cold approach, I need to do 20 sets this week. And it all feels very weird and very strategic and militant, right? So once you've done your first 100 cold approaches, stop seeing it as cold approach. Just start seeing it as, okay, I'm going to go out into the world today, talk to everybody. Yeah, you might be starting off with the barista who serves you your morning coffee. Oh, how's your day going? You might walk past a guy with a nice husky dog who's got multicolored eyes. Like, dude, what a fucking nice dog that is. Where'd you get him from? And you just keep, you're just like socially bungee jumping from one person to another. And then when you do see an attractive woman, it just feels like an approach. It just feels like a conversation. It doesn't feel like a cold approach on a super attractive woman because you've already invested into your social flow, because you've got social momentum behind you. It allows you to start experiencing success in advance. This is why before I cold approach, I like to do something which is active plus also social. So going to a martial arts gym, a Muay Thai gym, or a gym where you know people and you can just start conversations like, Wayne, Freddie, Doris, how are you doing? It just feels, it feels like you become part of this relative kingdom where your social battery is being charged. And then when it comes to doing your cold approaches, you already feel as though you've done 10 approaches. It starts to feel as automatic as brushing your teeth. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm doing cold approach right now. It's like, no, this is just a natural extension of what I've already been doing today. Okay, so what I would suggest after watching this video, Christian Casanova, Instagram, watch that full video. I'm doing a live stream every single day. So if you've got questions that you'd like to ask me, if you do have genuine questions which you would like me to answer on these streams, send me a DM on Instagram. So I'm building a new Instagram page at the moment. So it's Christian Casanova Dating on Instagram. Go over to Instagram, just send me a DM on there. If you've got questions and you would like me to answer them, then I'm doing a live stream every single day until my birthday on the 12th of January. So if you've got a question you would like to ask me, maybe it's cold approach related, maybe it's online business related, maybe it's fuck knows related, just feel free to send me a DM at Christian Casanova Dating on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to dedicate a live stream to your questions. And yeah, if you are enjoying these live streams, drop it a like. I will speak with you boys again tomorrow. Love you. Bye.